This is a combination of that Stormgewehr and G3 or Setme.
Oh God, he's pointing right
that
at
thing
us.
should be pointing at us. It's charging up.
Oh!
Hurry up.
Get him!
Oh, there we go. 3-round
Nice.
burst, kind of like the Beret 93R, something like that.
Oh, looking at a Mauser, I think, right?
So I'm stoked about this because, well, so you're thinking Broomhander Mauser. This is a Luger.
Luger.
This is a P08. Yeah, they're kind of similar. The Broomhander Mauser was a little...
Are they similar? Oh, okay, no, this is not a Mauser. We fired a Mauser on Lethal Antiquities, but you're talking about a Luger. Okay.
Yeah, so a Mauser, they call it the broom handle. The grip is a little different. It looks like the grip of a broom handle. You know, what's funny is like my uncle, when I was younger, showed me his, so don't feel bad. My uncle showed me his Ruger 22, and I'm like, is that a Luger? He's like, no, it's a Ruger. I'm like, a Luger? He's like, no, a Ruger. And it's, you know, the most common Ruger 22 out there. You could loosely, if you don't know a lot about guns and you're like, mistake them. So these things were cool. Dude, this thing was designed in 1898. That's when they designed this thing. And, you know, German stuff is very well made, but sometimes can be a little overcomplicated. They're really good at planning. My buddy, Eric, oh crap, actually Eric from IV88, he took one apart for me and showed me how it went, and then showed me a Spanish version, which was a little different. But like, dude, the tolerances in this thing, they're awesome. They're not the most reliable pistol. They're not bad, but this is you know, 1898 is when this was designed, and this was going to replace the C93. And that's a really goofy looking thing. It has this stuff that comes over the back. Go look up the C93. It's really wild looking. Like, these early European pistols were kind of crazy because we're used to this stuff, this super iconic. You know, this is a clone of the same thing we carried in World War I, World War II, Vietnam, part of Desert Storm. Up until recently, you know, certain units were still running versions of this. So we're used to this, you know, good old slab size, this big chunk of steel, where that thing has all these complicated parts. I think in 1901, they sent a couple to the United States to try out, and some military academy, I don't know if it was West Point, bought like 1,000 or 2,000 of them, and they bought 200,000 rounds of ammunition, but everybody still liked their 38 revolvers, so they're like, their 38 Colt revolvers. So like, no. So then they ended up sending them back. They had this one prisoner of war that was like trying to escape, and some dude shot him like 4 times in the chest with their 38 revolver, and he was like, hey! And then they had to come up and like butt stroke series him to the head. And so, was it Colonel Thompson? Oh God, I'm gonna get massacred. But Thompson, who later designed the Thompson machine gun, and then this other dude, I forget his name off the top of my head, but he was in the medical corps. Thompson was in the infantry. They came up with this testing system to figure out what caliber to use, where they were shooting cattle and horses in a cadaver. So they shot like 16, I think, cows and 2 horses, and they were shooting them in the lungs, and they had all these. It was, some people like it wasn't scientific, other people like it was very scientific. But that's how they settled on the big ass 45 round. The barrel in this thing, if you look at how like wide, how big and honking that is compared to like a 9mm barrel. But that Luger, you know, so look at the difference in size there. So that Luger, you can see the whole barrel. Can you imagine a 45 version of that thing? And it actually did pretty well. There's a lot of cool history behind it. That was the take-home treasure find, you know what I mean? That was like, you wanted to bring home a Luger from World War II.
Well, we jumped ahead now. We're in the handgun 1960s era.
So we're in the alternative future.
Oh, bit of an upgrade looking.
Okay, so this is the same thing, essentially, just jazzed up.
Yeah, jazzed up's got a rail.
It's got those toggles on the top. Nice suppressor. Barrel shroud. That shoulder thing that goes up. That joke will never die. You know, it looks kind of like, I don't want to say steampunk, but like cyberpunk. Like, I don't know. Like, see it in action. I want to see it shoot. This is the 60s, huh?
Yeah, he's woken up now. He's escaping from the hospital. Come on, Blazkowicz.
I want to see it shoot. See what it does. Oh, there we go. 3-round burst, kind of like the Beret 93R, something like that. You know what's funny is they actually had a full auto Luger. Because of the toggle system instead of the straight pullback slide, it actually had way too high of a rate of fire to be controllable. It wasn't good.
Oh, gotcha.
Good. Yeah, they worked on it with full auto, and they're like, maybe with a different mechanism. So it's funny that they're doing it now.
German drones in the 1960s.
You wonder where they would have went, you know? Our NASA program came from like poached German, you know, scientists.
Right. We're like, come on over, develop our science.
Yeah, that's how it went. Come on.
Yeah.
More like yoink. So I'm getting ready to get my first suppressor. I'm, you know, getting the paperwork and the tax stamp and everything around. Like, where I live, everybody just shoots in their yard. It's awesome. Everybody's super safe. They're cool. So like, I don't want to be annoying to my neighbors.
Must be nice.
Oh, geez, what is this? Was that a dog?
Oh, Robo-Dog. Robo-Doge.
That was cool. I think it was like a cybernetic dog or something. That was cool. But yeah, suppressors are great, not just for like, because that's 9mm, which means you can get subsonic rounds, but like they're usually hypersonic. So you're not quieting it super much, but it helps with muzzle flash too. And it just, makes it more tolerable. There's some places in Europe where it's considered rude not to hunt with a suppressor. I think it makes sense, right? Why do you want to blast your eardrums and scare all the wildlife just to get some tasty meat? Okay, you know what this is? Do you know what this is?
This looks like something that we carried a little bit in World War II. Just maybe a little jazzed up a little bit.
Yeah, so this is a jazzed up Thompson machine gun. You used to be able to order these on the Sears Roebuck catalog. You could mail order these fully auto back in the day, the way it should be. There was a bunch of variants. The British used these at the beginning of World War II as well, and then they developed their own submachine guns because these were just very expensive. By World War II, the regular Thompson was a little outdated. It was supposed to be the gun that helped end World War I. There was some delays finishing it up, so it didn't really come out in time to have any effect. And so it was kind of already old by the time World War II started, but we had them, and there was a bunch of them. We made I think 1.5 million for World War II, so there's a bunch of them out there. They're really controllable. They're heavy, a bunch of machined steel parts, Right, that's why they came out with the grease gun after this. Okay, Stormgewehr. I was running a bunch of cool guns 2 weekends ago, and I didn't shoot the Stormgewehr, and I'm upset about it because I was doing some other stuff. I'm like, I need to get over there and shoot that Stormgewehr. Never miss an opportunity to shoot a Stormgewehr. So this is the original assault rifle. We've talked about this before. I think maybe a Modern Warfare game we talked about. There's no such thing as an assault weapon, but there is an assault rifle, and it is a select fire weapon system firing an intermediate caliber bullet, and that's exactly what this is, and it was very effective. It was very influential, and they're just awesome. And I'm willing to bet if they were employed differently.
Really just kind of with a few more angles on it, than we've seen kind of in the real world, right? So kind of an alternate pass version.
Yeah, a little bit. I think this is supposed to be like the original version, though. I don't think this is the cyberpunk version. You're right, it does look a tiny bit different from this angle, and I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe I could have if I would have just gotten over to the Stormgewehr and shot it. Oh, I'm kicking myself, man.
Hey, come on, you gotta let it go, man.
I gotta let it go. I'll just have to get one at some point, that's all. I'll just have to.
Yeah, there you go. Shoot it yourself.
They're so expensive. Yeah, man, this is what I would want to have in World War II. 100%. This is, if I had a choice, this is what I would carry.
Double assault rifles, baby. I love that.
Look at that stuff.
Yeah! A giant electrical mechanized walking monstrosity.
I can see how this game is just wild. You do the blackout curtains, all quiet, just looking at your screen. Maybe have a couple micro brews, go to town. And you see, I don't mind. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the dual wielding because this is obviously fantastical. It all matters on the fun factor, right? If it's fun enough, it doesn't matter what you're doing. But I still rather see all the cool, weird alternate timeline and creepy robots and stuff, but then him pieing corners, or her, whoever's running the gun right now. Running legit urban ops and not dual wielding. I think that'd be fun, but
I don't know. Who knows how it was back then in the 1940s? What do we have in terms of CQB training?
It is funny. They used to teach. There's all these videos where you'd be like, meh, you'd point shoot like this. I teach, this kind of stuff.
All right, now it's the upgraded version, 1960.
You know what's going on here? This is a combination of that Stormgewehr and G3 or Setney.
A grenade launcher there in front, too.
Is that a drum grenade launcher? Is that I wonder if that's a 20mm grenade launcher. Actually, yeah, the Germans, H&K, were experimenting with, I believe, a 20mm smart grenade launcher. It was wild, too, man. You could set it off to, go through a barrier and then blow up behind the barrier or air burst and stuff. Yeah, this is just where is she? You can see the influence with the Setney. You can see the influence of that, That's what I think they did. They combined them. Can you imagine how front heavy that thing would be with that grenade launcher on the front?
That giant grenade launcher with that huge cylinder on the front?
Some forearms, man.
When you're BJ Blazkowicz, this is not an issue for you. What do you think about the sights and the sounds?
Yeah, so the sound's good. I bet you this is 7.62 NATO, which isn't far off from the Stormgewehr shot. The staccato in it, the recoil mitigation is similar. I mean, obviously it's a fictionalized weapon. It's the G3 combined with the Stormgewehr is what this thing is. It looks cool. I'm buying it. I don't have a problem with anything. That grenade launcher thing on the front, I kind of had an issue with because that's just so much weight up there. I love the vehicle design. That's cool. Oh, neat.
The retro future
that was awesome. I'm getting Iron Giant vibes right now. This is dope.
Yeah. Dude, it looks like a freaking mech. I love it.
So he's firing a battle rifle cartridge, and they're able to hold it on, but it's because of that roller block system.
And I gotta play this thing, man. I was always a big fan of the series before, but I kind of fell off. It's time to get back. Oh, what the heck?
Okay,
Real chunky
I've
boy.
heard of this, and apparently this is inspired by one of my favorite sniper rifles mixed with a Stormgewehr. So apparently this is the WA 2000, the Living Daylights Timothy Dalton sniper rifle. The WA 2000 was a very, very expensive Walter German sniper rifle, designed primarily for special police forces, not so much military, because it wasn't the most durable. It's not like a PSG-1 or something like that.
Get the bipod on top there, flipping down maybe.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that on some things. Drop it down and it extends out. Thing is, you normally want your legs on your bipod facing forward, so when they come back, you can push into it. You know what I mean? Where if they bend backward and you push into it, they might fall back. So that's a little weird.
I like the design, very mechanized.
Very futuristic. I'm a little confused by what's going on in the back though. Is that like a sight post thing, or is it just something that kind of looks like a sight post and you're just supposed to use an optic?
Yeah, those two bolts back there.
Yeah. I don't think it's a sight. Who knows? Maybe it's flux capacitor. So this seems to have a slower rate of fire, so this is your DMR sniper rifle kind of thing.
Double-barreled shotgun, baby.
The good old double-barrel shotgun. Buy a shotgun, fire two blasts. Oh, that's pretty. President approves.
I like the engraving on the rear there. What's that lever on the side? Just the brake latch?
I'm guessing your hand comes up and lifts up, and then your other hand pops down and opens it up and launches it.
Gotcha.
The only thing I know about this game is I read that you use this gun till the automatic shotgun comes out, and then you never use it again, and you never come across it again, because it's just better. Shotguns are devastating. If that's all you have, you can defend yourself. It's just, shotguns that aren't semi-auto or auto are all about how do you run the gun? How fast can you keep it loaded? How fast can you keep it loaded? Because one of the advantages is you shoot someone with a pistol or a rifle, it often takes several shots. There we go. Speaking of automatic shotgun.
Looks like there's a whole magazine you fit in there on the side.
Yeah, I would assume that there's links in it. What I'm assuming though is from the way it looks that it might be like a saw thing or a nutsack or whatever.
Oh,
because of the way
gotcha.
the top tray comes down and the way the rounds are displayed. That's just what I would assume.
Gotcha.
So that was hilarious. Oh, jeez. All right, well, that's effective.
That is awesome.
So we got a 10-round belt, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oof. So we got 10 rounds. Dude, I just shot a crazy fully automatic shotgun a couple weeks ago. They're so effective, man. If you're going to get a shotgun for defense nowadays, you get a semi-auto. They're now reliable enough that they'll run anything.
That makes me so happy, that thing, man.
Oh, we're dual wielding.
I just love the dual wielding option in this game.
This dude eats his Wheaties. You can dual wield anything, apparently. So.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love the carnage.
So it's cool that it's not just carnage, because that would get boring. I like that there's some scares. You're like, oh crap, they gotta solve some puzzles.
It can't all just be blasting away. Though that is kind of fun.
This is different though. Okay, so look at this. You can tell right away, hugely inspired by the MG42. Super awesome machine gun whose design went on to into multiple inspired the design of multiple different machine guns, but this has 4 barrels. That's got 4 barrels. It looks like an aircraft drum on the side there.
Yeah.
That's what you'd mount on the older biplanes. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, it's a Gatling. Yeah, so it's a Gatling MG42. The MG42 is already a really fast machine gun. I can't imagine it as a Gatling gun.
That's just pure joy right there.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Is this a flat cannon? A recoilless rifle? That is some type of flat cannon.
Would you kindly?
Some Glaswegian going on here.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I love Scottish accents. Yeah, the sounds and everything. The heavy machinery moving.
Yeah. Real heavy metal sound to the sound design. I love it.
Jesus, look at those pillboxes. Look at those forts.
Yeah, dude, I love it. I love the design of this game.
Isn't it crazy how nowadays you don't do that because you can just get tow missiles and shape charges. So concrete. It's weird how our bases over the years, start out with just
whoa. Dude.
Oh, it just did a little kickflip. Little Nazi kickflip. There we go.
I love that catch, boy. few more lights on it.
So it's kind of the same thing. And only instead of a Gatling gun, we now have like an energy style weapon thing going on here.
Yeah, right.
A pressure gauge on the back. I wonder what that's
Right.
for.
Yeah, kind of a rotating cylinder on the side, right on the right there.
But it's constantly moving, so I wonder if that's like some type of generator. Oh, geez.
Nice, yeah.
So it's one of those where if you hold it down, it like builds up and like.
Ah.
Do you think we're gonna deal with this stuff in our lifetime? I mean, just energy weapons and stuff.
Laser weapons, like energy weapons?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think they're just too impractical. Like, we would need to find an energy solution, something that makes energy production super cheap, super inexpensive, you know?
We should like trick everybody into like not doing anything and then put them in pods and then harvest their energy.
Yeah, like a battery. Do the machines work for them.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, get that shotgun back.
They get the shotgun out. That's his secondary. The primary is a crew serve weapon. The secondary is a fully automatic belt fed shotgun.
This is Wolfenstein
A transition.
New Order.
This looks like something off of like Men in Black or something.
Yeah.
Not quite as shiny, but you know what I mean? Like,
Kind of a little bit of steampunk.
yeah, steampunk. What was that one computer game where you had to solve all these puzzles? Myst?
Oh, Myst. Yes, Myst.
Myst. Yeah, I was a senior in high school, I think, when that came out.
That's pretty cool. You got the little power source with the cylinder that goes in the back.
I like I don't know what it does, but the thing that rotates, I thought that was kind of a neat. No, I don't mean the thing in the back. That's cool too.
Yeah, I don't know what was the function, but it kind of looks cool, kind of switching back and forth. Like the,
I believe it has a function.
oh, nice. Little cutting action. It's almost like the cutter from Dead Space has the little switching action.
Dead Space, that's a game that I haven't heard about in a while.
Dude, we should do, guys, future Total Recoil, we should do Dead Space. Especially Dead Space 2 and 3, you get a little more into the assault weapons category. Bit of a stealth weapon, too, this cutter. And kind of, it's quiet, there's no bang,
Yeah, the homeboy's not hearing it.
no gunpowder.
You think he'd feel the heat? All right, here we go. How are we going to do it?
But can you kill with it? Come on. Kill with the laser cutter. Be inventive. Oh, right in the ear.
Oh, all right, back in the neck.
Chunky boy. I'm getting Doom vibes from this one.
This is not what I was expecting. Oh, okay. So this is a piece of industrial machinery that he just rips off. That's why I keep saying it's Pulp Fiction Doom. And when I say Pulp Fiction, I don't mean Quentin Tarantino. I mean like Pulp Fiction is in like the genre. They'd often like involve like neo-noir elements with Nazis and like, you know, just...
Yeah, you got like a burst fire and then a cutting alternate.
I want to see him shoot somebody with this.
You got like a projectile fire and then cutting fire. I like that. A little charging station, charging it up.
I want to see him use the cutting fire on a person. I want to see how this works. I think you got to stop at charging stations when it runs out. I think that's the thing.
That makes sense. You got to find a way to recharge it somehow. I want to see him take out a dude. I want to see him cut a dude apart with this gun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, use the laser thing. Come on.
Cut him to pieces.
That's not melt his bones. Oh, this is cool. I don't care. This is cool.
Wow, look at that.
Can you imagine flying around in those things when you're getting shot at, dude?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
little
there we
belly
go.
gunner.
There we go.
Nice.
It's like quad 50s.
It's quad 50s. It's quad 50s. That's 12 guns right there. Dude, this is epic.
Big screen TV, a few beers, a little buzz on if you're of age.
Yeah, it's like playing an action movie, man. Shoot it! It's coming right at us there, laddie. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Get him. Get that
Blow up those
tripod.
round things on his head.
Oh, I love that. I love the reaction of it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, he's
I
pointing
don't think
right
that
at
thing
us.
should be pointing at us. It's charging up.
Whoa!
Hurry
Get
up,
him!
hurry up.
Get him!
Yeah.
Yeah!
I wanna see
right
what
in the
happens.
eye, sucker! Yeah! Dude, this game is epic. Oh, aye, laddie! Nice.
Oh, I thought it was turned into a zombie.
Uh-oh.
movie.
Are we getting in the mech?
We're
Are we gonna
getting
be
in a mech
warrior now?
unit.
Yeah!
Oh, dude, look at that! I like the steering. That's kind of neat.
Yeah!
Well, don't blow up the bridge if you're gonna walk on it. There we go.
Oh, I love it. Stomping around, man.
I want a walker. I want an ATST.
Yeah, it's big boy time.
Like I was just open canopy too. You're just like whatever. I'm in it.
Yeah, I can see the flaw in the design there.
Well, he's all jacked up on Nazi war drugs.
We've seen a lot of clips from the prison. Looks like there's a lot of action that goes on even in maybe just the beginning of the part of the game.
I wonder if that's the whole game, just getting out of the prison.
It's just getting out of prison.
That's an interesting. You know, this kind of reminds me of RoboCop 2 with the dude with the thing on the shoulder.
RoboCop 2, like ED-209?
No, not the D, because that was in both of them. I mean the that crazy dude, the drug dealer.
Oh yeah.
He had the thing on. Yeah, I think at first I was mixing them up in my head or
Oh, they put
combining
him
them.
into the machine. Yeah, Yeah, in RoboCop 2, yeah.
Yeah, that one was wild too. They were both pretty good.
Nuke was the name of the drug that was on the streets.
Dude, and that kid, I don't know, it was pretty effective.
Have you seen the real life mech that they got that you get inside it? It's all made of metal and you can control it.
I've seen a few. I've seen like ones that like hobbyists in like Japan made. I've seen ones that the U.S. Army starting to like, you know, experiment with. Like, you know, now with 3D printers and computers and stuff, like people are doing so many things, man. It's only a matter of time.
Who knows, man? Oh, no, don't leave him. Oh, my friend. Dude, that was awesome.
You guys can check me out, Mav11B on Instagram or Thunderpunk Radio.
Well, that sounds amazing, Paul. If you want to hang out with me a little bit more on the internet, come find me on Instagram at IsraelWright Official. Also, I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/myhappyself.